mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Before I'm thinking I can feel like this, make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. Oh, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Before I'm thinking I can feel like this, make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side. I'm gone, so don't run from the truth. You're lost, now I know you played me just like a fluke. I still can't believe you had me on a leash. Big brain, come along with me. Together with the truth you say. Got pearls and a laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Hell is here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way.
smile together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong, together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. But we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Lilly grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments
Hold on, my camera froze. 1 second, y'all. I don't know what's. Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in thy world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is the last day of May. May 31st, 2025. It is currently 7:46 p.m. Good to see you all. Really do appreciate you. We have a lot to talk about today. There is a lot of stuff happening in Canada right now in the missing child sector, if you will. And we've got to talk about it. Yesterday, I didn't get to talk about Lilly and Jack Sullivan. We were talking about Sebastian Rogers. Hope you guys got to join us on that one. But here we are today. Have two lives planned today, back to back. Right now, we're covering Lilly and Jack Sullivan, but we're also covering Dylan Ehler, who we have spoken about on this channel. Deception Detective has recently spoken about Dylan Ehler. He was playing some of. 1 second, y'all. Apologize. Sorry about that. I apologize. So there are some things coming out about Dylan. It's Eller. I spelled it wrong. Thank you for letting me know that. I just realized that once I saw it in chat. Dylan Ehler. And so we're going to get to that. I've texted Dylan's dad. I haven't heard anything from him yet today. I'm sure he's very busy with what is going down in the case. It's so interesting. It seems like everything always happens at once. Thank you, Single Mom True Crime. It's an idea. Good to see you. Hope you are well. Guys, do me a favor, please. Hit that thumbs up button. If we get to 1,000 thumbs up, we have a chicken party, and you don't want to miss the chicken party. You certainly don't. We got some new videos that kind of makes us laugh. We got to laugh in these intense situations sometimes, just to break the, you know, your heartbreak up. So, Justin, did you see my message about Daniel saying he and Malaya are the family members? Yeah. So I didn't see your message, Rainbow. Did you email me or did you text me? Right, Tar. But we're going to get into that. We're certainly going to get into that today. Also, Daniel keeps saying something that is very suspicious, in my opinion, and the FBI's opinion. And when not just the FBI, when parents say certain things, it gives triggers, and there's all kinds of studies on this as well. You see this happening in Sebastian's case, you see it happening in Summer's case, and all of that. Next live, we're whoops, sorry. the next live, we're going to be talking about 19-year-old little guy who has autism. His last name is Hung. He has been missing, very similar to Sebastian's case as well. But his parents are saying a lot of the right things. And he said something in an interview later, I'm going to play for you guys in the next live, that you want to see missing parents, what a missing child say. So, anywho, before we get to all of that, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, share this live out on any of your favorite social media. All you got to do is hit share. It'll pop up a link, or you can share it directly to whatever social media you want. That's a way to help. Also, please become a member if you can of the Pearl family. We are always trying to grow the family and really do appreciate you here. It really does mean so much. I do need to thank a couple people. I need to thank Ginger for a Cash App. I'm just going to say first names. Stacy for her Cash App. And someone sent a Venmo to, or sorry, that was Ginger for the Venmo, Stacy for the Venmo, and Brian for the Cash App. So thank you so much. Really do appreciate you very much. Can't do it without you. Verna, thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you for being a member here. Really do appreciate that. Do we know if they're searching for Lily and Jack today? They are supposed to be searching in a specific area today. So hopefully, do they have, why are they going back to this specific area? I don't know. They said because there was a boot print possibly found there. Daphne, if you want to text me the link to your post, I'll read it. I certainly will. Have no problem with that. Hey, Uber, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're well, my friend. Yes, near the pipelines where the boot print was. Bingo. Yep, absolutely. Near the pipeline. Okay, so let's get into it. First, I want to cover Dylan Ehler because there's not a whole lot that we know at this point about what's going on. But he's been missing, 5 years now? 5 years? And his dad is saying that they found something very close to grandma's home. Hey, Raymond, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much. How you doing, Raymond? Hope the grandbabies are well, my friend. Thank you so much. Good to see you, hon. And little Texas tornado. How you doing, baby? 30 months. You are the OG of the OGs, my sister. Love you so much, and I appreciate you. Thank you, Raindrop Lost. Listening while driving. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up like I just did. Listen, if Raindrop can hit that thumbs up, and she is portable. And she is portable, meaning she's taking us with her. We're on the road again. Okay. You are not stupid. You can email it to me. You want to email it to me? Or just take a screenshot? Thank you, Rainbow. I actually had a much bigger channel, and I got demonetized for 3 seconds of a video. 3 seconds. Took it. It happens, I guess. but I can probably get it back now. But I've got all my members and stuff over here. It is what it is. So, but thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate you. Yep. Remember that? Yeah. All right. So, anywho, let's get it started. Dylan Ehler and his father posted something on Facebook earlier. Now, obviously, Dylan's dad, probably out of all of the parents that I have covered, and God knows there's been a lot over the last few years. He never, and I mean never, has stopped searching for his son. He says that's the only time he feels at peace searching for his son. Knowing, guys, knowing that finding his son is not going to be the same as the last day he saw him. He was perfectly fine the last day he saw his son. But he's looking for Dylan's remains now. And imagine the hell he has walked through over the last 5 years. That is the only time you find peace. I'm good, Brenda. How are you, honey? That's the only time you feel peace. That's a lot to digest, to say the least. All right, I'm going to show you this right here. I have to turn off the music. But he says, Jason says, something, which is Dylan's dad, by the way, something was found regarding my son, Dylan Ehler, on the search. That's all I can say right now. Possibly something he was wearing 161 meters from the grandmother's house in the woods. That's huge, y'all. I'm hoping that it's actually turns into a lead. Again, Dylan's mother-in-law, or sorry, Jason's mother-in-law, Dylan's mom's mom, Dylan's grandma, was taking care of him the day he went missing. She says Dylan is in the yard and that she turns around to clip her dog on the leash, and she turns back around and he's gone. There was supposedly some boots found in the creek nearby. Jason says those are not his boots. In my opinion, think two things happened most likely in this case. There was an accident of some sort, i.e., something may have even happened outside. Something with the dog could have happened. But I believe something happened, or he was kidnapped some way. Her husband was there, supposedly. I don't know if it was her husband or her boyfriend. I can't remember. But he was there on lunch. And I feel like the attention was not on Dylan at the time. It has not been solved to date. And the parents miss him so much. It was the boyfriend. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't quite sure on that. Uber, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, Uber. Good to see you. And Lady for Justice, thank you so much, my friend. Hope you are well. Thank you so much. It is very sad. It's very sad. Justin, your show headline. I know, I gotta fix it. I'll fix it here in just a little bit. Justin, but as high as the river was on that day, if he fell in the river, I can see him being white. Yeah, yep. It could have happened. I mean, it could have happened. I just don't think it happened, though, in my opinion. Justin, grandma's boyfriend is an online gamer at lunch after work. Yeah, yeah. Something's wrong. Something's really, really wrong here. All right, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. There is a new video of Daniel. Ooh, what did I do? Hold on one second. Okay. All right. Sorry, I thought I messed it all up, but I didn't, thank God. Okay, here we go. Let's give credit where credit is due. CBC News Nova Scotia. Credit goes to them. Hold on, I need to do it so we don't get any ads.
It's been 4.
Okay, here we go. There we go. So this is Daniel. He I give him credit. I give him credit because he certainly has been in front of the camera. Was this a new search, Justin? You mean with Dylan? There's searches all the time for Dylan. There's searches all the time for Dylan. Dylan's dad, Jason, constantly does searches. Okay, so we got Daniel here. Mom still has not spoken out, but we do have an alleged time now where Lilly and Jack, around the time they were last seen in public. I just feel like Daniel is overly searching yet not optimistic about finding them, in my opinion. Well, we're going to get into some of the things Dylan says because I've noticed him saying this certain thing in almost every video that he has stated in the last certainly few interviews, at least. Here we go.
4 weeks since Daniel Martel has seen his stepchildren. 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan were reported missing Friday, May 2nd, after they wandered out of their Pictou County home. They have not been found after weeks of extensive searching the heavily wooded area.
Every day when I wake up, it's just feels like I'm reliving a nightmare of May 2nd. But the main feelings from sadness have just turned to anger because there's no evidence as of after 1 month. And it's really taken a toll.
On Friday,
I don't like that he's not making eye contact. I will say that. I don't like that. That's a little concerning when they're not making eye contact. But let's go.
RCMP say ground search and rescue crews and police will return to the area this weekend, focusing on a nearby pipeline trail where a boot print was previously located.
I know that they're working hard and they're using every resource they have, and it makes me hopeful because that's all we have at this point is just hope.
A vigil of flowers and stuffed animals has grown in recent weeks outside the RCMP station in nearby Stellarton. Since May 2nd, when Lilly and Jack went missing, people here in Pictou County are still struggling to understand what happened and why there are still no answers.
Every day, almost, I go by the RCMP, and it's just so tragic. Just so tragic. You know, I just feel so bad for
Could be
their whole family. I'm hoping that they find them.
You know, and let me say something. Who was it? Rena Gal said, I think he's just uncomfortable being on camera, but wants the word out about Jack and Lilly. I will tell you something from firsthand knowledge. Whenever, if you're not used to the camera, it's very awkward in the beginning. Because, like, when I first started doing YouTube, you feel like an idiot standing, like, just sitting here in your room talking, like, with the camera and stuff. And so it does take some getting used to. It really does. It in the beginning, it feels like you're just talking to yourself almost. And so, but then you get used to it, and it becomes. So I get that. A lot of people's not used to being on camera and all of that, but we'll see. But it seems like he was eye contact first day, now not so much. I don't know.
It just doesn't look good, but I hope I'm wrong.
The warden of Pictou County says many people are on edge and children are worried about playing outside.
Oh, I think it's mostly a mood of anxiety, maybe, and frustration.
I like this warden guy. It's like his, I don't know, he's like a personality or something. It's his voice, I think.
Yeah. Maybe it's something. I don't know. We'll see.
They too can't believe that there's not an answer by this long and this many people looking.
The RCMP have confirmed Lilly and Jack were seen on camera with family the day before they went missing. Police are asking anyone who was on Gairloch Road between April 28th and May 2nd to share their dash cam or other footage with RCMP. Martel says every detail helps and could lead to finding Lilly and Jack.
I'm going to keep fighting for the rest of my life to find these kids. That's
a bad thing to say. I know people thinks it's sounds good that I'm going to keep fighting for the rest of my life. That's a bad thing to say, because that's not expecting to find them anytime soon. Really bad thing to say, y'all. It just is. And there is no evidence, is what he says. There is no evidence. That's not good either. It's really, really not good. There is no evidence. It's a defensive. It can sound suspicious as well. It's a very legal sounding phrase, by the way. Most distraught parents say something like, please help us find them. We're devastated. We just want them home safe. But there's no evidence. That's what defense attorneys say in court. It sounds more like something trying preemptive of an accusation than someone grieving or desperate. So it's not a good thing.
the only goal I have at this point.
Haley Ryan, CBC News, Lansdowne Station.
Did he say there's no evidence in this one?
On a nearby pipeline trail where a boot print was previously located.
I know that they're working hard and they're using every resource they have, and it makes me hopeful, because that's all we have at this point is just hope.
A vigil of flowers and stuffed animals has grown in recent weeks outside the RCMP station in nearby Stellarton. Since May...
Maybe it was up here.
Feels like I'm reliving a nightmare of May 2nd. But the main feelings from sadness have just turned to anger because there's no evidence after 1 month. And it's turned to anger because there's no evidence after 1 month.
There's no evidence. No evidence. That's it. It also can imply inside knowledge. How would a parent know what evidence does or doesn't exist unless police told them? Maybe they have some sort of evidence. And even then, why are they choosing to focus on, not finding their kid? you know, it's more, you want to say, where's my child, or where's the children, not don't look at me, evidence kind of thing. It sounds like if your child is missing, right, you're not in some sort of PR mode. You're in a very emotional, naturally state. It's raw emotions. Saying there's no evidence can come off as someone more concerned with even perhaps how you're perceived than anything else, right? But let's be fair. Could it be innocent? Could it be innocent? Yes, if the parents is reacting to someone publicly accusing them or anything like that, yes, it can, but it's still not something that generally parents that are grieving says. It also, when it pairs with changing stories, no participation in searches, which Daniel allegedly has searched, so I want to give him that. Mom hasn't done anything other than one interview. So there's that, right? So I don't know. It's a little off to me, if you ask me. Maria, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you, darling. Good to see you, Miss Maria. Justin, do you think if he passed, he wouldn't shout it from the rooftops? Well, again, when he said, I can't talk about it, I don't know if, or he said, I don't know if I can talk about the polygraph. And then you'll notice there's a pause. And generally, if someone is being untruthful and they're with someone who is interviewing them, whether it's the police or someone just asking them questions, a pause is uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable. So he says, I'm not sure if I can really talk about it. I did take a lie detector test. Pause. And then he says, all I can say is it went in my favor. That's, you just talked about it, right? Or supposedly said what it was. Now, I'm not sure if I necessarily believe that. To be honest with you, RCMP is not going to let us know. But either way, if he did indeed take a lie detector test, I appreciate that he asked for it and that he took it. Right? What he can or can't say. Could be. It could be. But I also don't think, I mean, why I also don't understand, like, why wouldn't he think he can't speak about a lie detector test that he was actually asking for? And he was asking as well, which is interesting to me. He was asking Malaya to take one too. He's like, not just me, but others. And in a sense, that kind of makes me wonder if allegedly Malaya could be perhaps more involved if there is foul play, because maybe he could have knowledge or involvement, but that doesn't mean, what happened was because of him. You know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting that he wanted to, oh, okay, well, Not just me. I want her to take it too. So I found that very interesting. Maria, thank you so much, darling. Really do appreciate you. Very good to see you, honey. All right. So new updates. Martell just clarified about the party. He says, quote, there was no DRUG party the day before the disappearance, he said. Quote, that's absolute nonsense, end quote. And whether I take him on his word at this or anything else, I may not take him on anything else, I am going to absolutely believe him on this. Personally, I'm going to absolutely believe Daniel on this. And the reason I'm going to believe him is because there is no evidence of there being any sort of party, right? Just because someone says it doesn't make it true. As YouTubers, people lie about us all the time, all the time. And people say things that have no basis in truth whatsoever. Now, this person that was allegedly a neighbor went as anonymous, but all I have to say to this alleged neighbor, if you want people to believe you, or if it's that big of a deal for people to believe you, then go to a news station, show your face, have someone, what receipts do you have about that? So I am absolutely going to believe Daniel on this wholeheartedly. So there's that. I just think that's, I've not really talked about, I've really tried. There's so much misinformation in this case. There's so much misinformation. And, we got to clear it up where we can. So yesterday, the search for Jack and Lilly it's supposed to be happening today, May 31st, 2025. The SARS team were going out again from the from the Canadian Mounted Police of Nova Scotia, God, I'll say it right in a minute. Royal Canadian Mounted Police in Nova Scotia, Pictou County missing persons investigation continues with ground search this weekend, May 30th, 2025. It's supposed again to happen today. Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. Ground search efforts are planned for today as missing persons investigation into the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan continues. In an effort to advance the ongoing investigation, and locate Lilly and Jack, searchers from ground search and rescue teams and the RCMP will focus on specific areas around Gairloch Road and the nearby pipe trail where a boot print was previously located. Now, have they been able to confirm that this is Lilly or Jack's boot? Why is there just one boot print? That I wouldn't understand. Also, when this boot print was allegedly found, if you're walking through the woods or the brush or whatever, there's going to be moved leaves, there's going to be footprints or dirt or broken branches, plant matter. You're going to be able to see someone is in there. So I don't know. Canadian lawyer said in some cases there are legal reasons they can't speak to prior agreement of parties, but the fact that he said what he did even would be probably if so. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they can hold you to a legal standard of talking about a lie detector test when it doesn't even hold up in court. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. I would be very interested to know, however, if Malaya has taken a polygraph of any kind. Thank you so much, Spad. Appreciate you, darling. Please hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Greatly appreciate you. There's Canadian Mama Bear. Thank you. You're always a pleasure seeing you, my dear. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you so much for being a member as well, dear. Good to see you. And Babs, thank you so much for your super sticker as well, honey. Good to see you, my love. We didn't even know for sure if he took poly RCME. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. We have no idea if Daniel even took a polygraph. Because again, the RCMP is not going to say. We have to take Daniel's word for it. Justin, the pipeline area is cleared. It's grass. It's brush cut. You can hear it on the dispatch audio where they put the coordinates up of the original footage. Yeah, anytime there's like a gas line or like an electrical line, it's going to be cleared in that area, or at least it should be, right? So there's that. Okay, moving on here. Okay, we got that. So they're doing the ground search and all that. Now, let me show you this. Okay, so we covered the alleged DRUG party, which is pretty much absolutely nonsense. And the workers, my God, they are getting ticks on them left and right. Oh, by the way, did y'all hear about there was a 12-year-old youth who was in the area of a soccer complex on Old Fork Brook Road when he was approached by a suspicious vehicle described as a newer model black Mercedes with darkened windows. The male driver, this is in Canada, by the way, the male driver told the youth to get in the car. He refused to and contacted a trusted adult. The vehicle then left the area. The youth was unable to describe the male driver, but described the passenger as a female wearing a blue ball hat. Police commented the youth, police commended the youth for confiding in the adult. What's going on in Canada now? It's usually us in the United States, y'all. It's usually us. What's going on in Canada? It's really not. To me, it's not that they are so unreliable. You're right. They're so unreliable. But to me, it's the fact that a person takes it. That's what really matters to me. Thank you so much, bro. Good to see you, my friend. I'm a skeptic, but it sucks how the one person speaking for these kids is getting hammered so hard. Unfair. You know what? You're exactly right. And you have an excellent point, Broke. I technically don't believe either one of them, to be quite honest with you. But I will say, and I give Daniel, and I say this all the time, I give Daniel the credit because he is not the biological parent of Lilly or Jack. Neither one of them. But he is the only parent speaking out for Lilly and Jack right now. Now, think about this. Usually, it's, as the step parent is, in most of these cases, the people that's really side-eyed, right? But in this case, even though I don't necessarily believe his story of that morning or Malaya's, because it has changed drastically and there's been no evidence found and all that stuff. But I've always said, in my opinion, if something did not happen in that house, I believe the kids walked off. I don't believe that they were abducted by anybody or anything like that. And I always give, whether he is involved or not, I give him credit for standing in front of those cameras and at least speaking to the public for that, right? He knows more than he tells, in my opinion, and Malaya has more to do with what happened to her kids, in my opinion. I'd be worried. Yeah. Where is the mother, Fly Girl? She is allegedly at her mom's on an indigenous tribe, because she's indigenous. A paternal grandmother said Malaya was a wonderful mother when her son, with her son. I cannot read today. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. She was shocked to see her living condition. She said Malaya is suffering from postpartum and depression, allegedly. And it could be something like that, right? I mean, you got to realize, if you have given birth to 3 human beings in less than 6 years, oh my God. I mean, that's a lot, right? When we see Malaya's interview, I feel like she's a good person, right? I do feel like she's a good person, but even good people make some very poor choices sometimes, right? They make some bad choices sometimes. Sometimes they're not in the right mental capacity. Sometimes none of us, for whatever reason, are in the right headspace or whatever. We've all said something, maybe done something, and we look back at ourselves and we're like, what the hell was going through my head at that time? Why did I say that? Why did I do that? But it can be more extreme, and especially with postpartum. Now, does she have postpartum? I don't know. According to one of the alleged grandmothers, yes. But only a doctor can diagnose her for that. But I can say that what I don't think makes sense is waiting nearly 2 hours to call authorities. I don't think that it makes sense to get in a car, a vehicle of some sort, after the kids being gone allegedly 20 minutes and going up dirt roads, culverts, and wading through water. I don't think it's normal. I mean, I can't get over that part personally. How you believe is how you believe, but that's just me personally. And then fleeing, a lot of people don't like it that she left. A lot of people do not like it. Thank you for that, Brooke. Really do appreciate you. There's Spad. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for all you do, my lovely. I can't say this enough. Spreading awareness for the missing. Can't say this enough. Thank you so much, Sped. Love you, honey, and appreciate you so much. Thank you for all you do. Uh-oh. Hold on. What is this? I just got something. Hold on one second. Okay. So, remember the medical, or not the medical examiner. Remember there was a missing adult that had been missing in the area as well, and they allegedly found said person. It has been confirmed that Kenneth Justin McDonald, by the medical examiner. Let me show you this right here. And let me tell you something. His dad really didn't stop. His dad found his son. The human remains found on Morley Road in Cape Breton has been officially confirmed to be Justin McDonald. In the release from yesterday, Cape Breton Regional Police said the autopsy results have been confirmed that the remains have been found of those of 34-year-old North Sydney man who was last seen on July 7, 2024. Quote, with the work of the medical examiner office now complete, police can confirm the remains discovered near Morley Road earlier this week is identified as Justin McDonald, said police spokesperson Desiree Mangas. Quote, autopsy results have confirmed the manner of death is homicide, which we expected. Our thoughts remains of Justin's family and friends during this difficult time. Morley Road is open again after being barricaded for the police investigation on Monday evening. So peace and blessings to Justin's family. That's really sad. His life was taken. His life was absolutely taken from him. And this is the thing. We cannot be the ones who takes other people's lives. But I'm so glad that his parents have answers, because so many people that I talked to over the years say after them going missing and just not knowing for so long is just not having answers, right? Thank you so much, Canadian, again, honey. Appreciate you. True, Justin, but a step parent that does nothing looks worse. Perhaps building a better opinion of him because he's searching. Absolutely, if that's what you're saying. It does look worse. A step parent not searching. Some people look at it as, and it's more on the fewer side, because most people don't look for something they know where is, but there are a few out there that will look for people, or most importantly authorities, to have a better opinion, if that's what you're saying right there. So but regardless for me, whether he knows something about where Lily and Jack is, great, whatever, they'll figure it out. But for me, the point that he's getting in front of the camera and he's willing to take some uncomfortable questions, mainstream media doesn't really push you that hard, especially in a news interview. Now, if you're sitting on a one-on-one interview with the news, like a special, they'll ask you some tough questions. But regardless, he still has taken some tougher questions. I respect that he's, again, knows something or not. I respect the fact that he's willing to at least stand up there and take some of the harder questions. right? When you see the mother of Lily and Jack, crickets, literally crickets, nothing. Like, how does a mother of all do something like that? You know what I mean? You just don't expect someone that, you know, gave birth, you love your kids more than anything. Bar none. There is nobody you love more than your kids. And if you don't fight for your kids, you won't fight for anybody. You won't fight for nobody. Or at least you shouldn't fight for anybody else if you won't fight for your kids. And that's the problem for me. You know what I mean? That's the problem for me with her. Broke, thank you so much again, dear. Good to see you. I don't know if it's true, but if it is, then I'm proud to be your only straight male fan. Tongue in cheek. That's funny. That's funny. I don't think you're the only dude in here, but in true crime, I'll just say, whether it doesn't matter if it's just me, but in true crime in general, our statistics are over 90% female. Over 90% female that watch the true crime lives on any sort of social media. So, but yeah, we got dudes. We got dudes. But that's funny. Thank you so much. I love that. Where were we? Okay. Horse Lover says the bus driver picked them up on a regular basis. Lily took her backpack with her when she and her brother Jack apparently left and walked to the bus stop. Well, the bus driver did pick them up on a regular basis. That is true. But we have Lily allegedly did take her backpack, but they didn't get on the bus. They did not get on the bus. Okay. I know a lot of people have suspicions of this bus driver, like they got on the bus or something, but they didn't get on the bus. They really did not get on the bus. So I don't know. I think it's easier for people in their minds to think of, because the last thing anybody wants to think about is a parent that could harm a child, or there be an accident and, and what I call a neglectful accident, meaning they left DRUGS out, or there was some sort of thing that could get them in trouble and hide them. So, right leg side. I'm not muted, Lisa. No, I'm not. You're muted, honey. Eileen, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you, dear. Justin, your extensive coverage on missing children is thoughtful and factual. We appreciate you very much. Thank you so much, Eileen. You have no idea how much I appreciate that comment. That means so much to me. It really does. And thank you so much for your support. 8 months. It's amazing. Thank you so much, love. Good to see you. They can. There's just a lot we don't know. In my opinion, Mom, set this up some so she can accuse Daniel and start an argument to have a reason to leave with him. I don't think it's I mean, I don't think, in my opinion, that she's going to, for instance, do something to the kids just so she can leave. I don't see that. Now, statistically, you will see, but it's usually not usually, but many times it is a single kid that is, like, if there's any sort of abuse or neglect, it usually goes to one kid more specifically. But there are types of filicide that where a mother will do something to her kids to keep a man, or vice versa. It's usually a woman, though. Women's Warrior says, Justin, I think the abduction is very possible, as the Wednesday that the school was closed, allegedly 2 children playing in the yard, 2 men tried to take them, and dad chased them and the 12-year-old and another. You could be right, Warrior, Women's Warrior. You could be. I personally don't think that is very likely. The RCMP doesn't seem that to be likely either. For it is very, very, very rare for a stranger, just an absolute stranger, to abduct a child. I can't explain to you how rare it is. Does it happen? Yes. And those are the stories that we hear about, right? Those are the stories that we hear about. And we all fear, like, oh my God. But it is very unlikely, much less 2 children being taken. Much less them. It just did not happen in this case, I don't think. It just did not happen. I'm trying to think. My last 3 years through my channels on YouTube, I've covered a lot of cases. A lot of cases. And there's only one case that I can think of that was a legit stranger abduction. Now, there was a case where I'm trying to think of that. There was a case that I did. It was a FedEx driver, but I think he hit the child with his truck and then hit him. Right? No. I think you're misunderstanding me. There is so many kids that go missing. There is so many kids that go missing. There's a lot more in the United States because we have a lot more population. But how they go missing is much different. Most kids that go missing do it on, it's usually teenagers, and I don't want to use the term run away. We're trying to get rid of that word, but they do it on their own accord, right? If that, and they're found. Most are found within a week, max. We're talking about foul play missing kids, foul play or potential foul play, criminal abductions, or parental, guardian, caretaker that does this. And this is the thing. Most people, if statistically, almost 95%, if a child goes missing and there is foul play of any kind, 95% right off the bat, it is someone that is in the home or knows the child, right? It's close to 95%. If there is any sort of foul play. Now, being abducted by a stranger that you have no idea who they are, don't know them from Adam, never seen them, is much less than 1% of all of the kidnappings, foul play, missing children, and all of that. So I want you to understand what I mean on that. It's extremely rare. Does it happen? Yes, it does. It absolutely does. And we can name children that it does happen, right? I cover a case called, his name is Michael Joseph Vaughn, which there's probably going to be some really big stuff breaking on that case very, very soon. He was abducted by 4 people. This was in Fruitland, Idaho, a small little town in the middle of, close to the Oregon border. That's the only child I can think of in 3 years where an absolute stranger abducted him. Right. Jojo says, I'm sorry, but I don't think she's suffering from postpartum depression. Her youngest child was 16 months old. Now, listen, I'm not a female, and I don't know what postpartum depression is, but I know it can last a long time. I don't know if she has postpartum depression just because a mother-in-law or grandma says it. Doesn't make it true. We don't know what they've been diagnosed with or what they're actually struggling from. But she could have it, she may not. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yes, Smiley. The adults abducted by Stafford, never mind kids. What do you mean, Lori? I'm just baffled as what the family are doing now in New Glasgow. Malaya's brother lives there with the grand. I wonder why didn't want people know where they were seen. I think it was Malaya has PPD. Perhaps New Glasgow may be there for shopping. I don't think that they're necessarily lying per se, but also sometimes whenever someone may be accused of something and they're wanting to if the family knows something or whatever, they could say, for instance, yeah, I've got, starting a little narrative like, yeah, I've got postpartum, that may be why I did this or whatever. I don't think that necessarily happened or whatever. But postpartum or not, these kids got to be found. That's the main thing. Daniel is the one who told us those kids were seen in public with him. Yes, he certainly did, Rainbow. We don't know or may be. I mean, well, RCMP did say that they were seen in public. That's 100. Daniel, which I have it right here, and I need to pull it up. Thank you for reminding me. Daniel is now allegedly giving a time frame on whenever they were seen. And it was something like 3:15, I want to say. They were allegedly seen at 3:15. I'm trying to pull it up here. Damn, I had it here somewhere. But yeah, he says, I think it was 3 o'clock or 3:15. If someone's got it. What is this that everyone keeps sending me? I'm gonna look at it. It could be. It could be worse love. What is this everyone's sending me? When I first saw a pic of him, my gut said there was something off. Seeing him on TV, I feel like it's acting mostly in person. I don't know now. To me, something that's probably just to known something. Kids don't just vanish. Under construction. Does anyone know what this is? There's been like 4 people send this to me. I think she took it down because so many people were being nasty. Daniel told me Malaya changed a lot after Meadow was born and really didn't pay attention to Lily. Oh, is this the grandma? This is the grandma. Gotcha. Okay. So this is grandma, and she says, Daniel told me Malaya changed a lot after Meadow was born and really didn't pay attention to Lily and Jack anymore. I said about postpartum depression, and he said it was way worse than what was worse, that he was the only one looking for them. Sorry, had a grocery order. Reading now. You know, this has been a big piece of me wondering if she did something and why Daniel is more authentic, but it means he lied to cover up. I have no idea. I know him and his brother travel together. When you say travel, meaning work or question mark, does his brother work the same job? Does Malaya drive? That's the impression I got from the cousin. Who's the cousin? May I ask by chance? I won't mention the cousin's name if it's not out there. Um, I mean, if Malaya was way worse, the postpartum depression, we see a lot where the mothers takes their kids. I've seen many stories about it. Crazy, right? But it does happen. I am wondering too, she says. The person says, honestly, there was a story last year. A mother took all her kids' lives, strangled them, then she jumped out of the bedroom window. I covered that case. Yeah, she didn't die and she is paralyzed. I did notice that she didn't post as many pics of Lily and Jack, says, I think, the grandmother. Okay, right. As I said, where's 2024? Nothing. All her pics are 2023 and less, besides the Christmas one. Yes, and the kids getting their haircuts. I mean, this is why I'm curious. Daniel works 1 day a week. Was it one of those days? That's was news to me. Has he ever said anything about Janie or Justin hearing the kids that morning? Only that the dog barks at everything, even if a car slows down out of the road in the morning. The dog didn't wake his mother when with its barking. That's interesting to me. Remember how I asked if there was a dog? We need to know if there's a dog. And there is, apparently. Uber, thank you so much. I only wanted to mention PMSL. What's PMSL? I'm so bad with abbreviations. Thank you, Uber. Appreciate you. And Canadian, thank you so much as well. Justin, if anyone did anything to my adult children, or heaven forbid my grandson, especially if a family member, I'd be going to jail. Damn right. Damn right. You are exactly right. Either I would be going to jail or I would be putting them under the jail. One or the other. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, what was this? Okay, so the dog didn't wake anybody up. Was she in the trailer on the fifth or the fifth wheel? Do we know? I think the fifth wheel. Dog would have barked also then. They got ears like no other. It barked the whole time when we lived there. And she said good night. She says, KK, I'm going to get a live set up. Yes, you can join me. Haha. If you ever adventure, if you're up for adventure, let me know. But the day I was there talking to Daniel, I never heard the dog. Thank you, Belinda. Head spinning. I need to absorb all this info. That was the 3rd or the 2nd. No, I was there the 11th, I think. KK, that time, what was the day you searched? The 11th? Question mark. We were there on the 3rd and the 5th, and then again the 11th and 12th. Thank you. I'm always trying to wrap my head around the case. I must say, how do you feel about Daniel? Did you, I think she means sense any weirdness? I just don't know if he's a good manipulator or if he's authentic. Again, I know these are your grandbabies, and to be living through this is just something awful. Oh, another question. Were you ever in the trailer? Does it look bad on the inside? And Belinda, the grandma says, or the step grandma or something like that. When I first saw a pic of him, my gut said there was something off seeing him on TV. I feel it is acting mostly. In person, I don't know now. To me, something on the property has to know some to me someone on the property has to know about something. The kids just don't vanish. I agree with you, and it doesn't make any sense. Malaya's interview is not authentic. I did go inside on May 3rd. Sadly, the place is just as bad. I think she means the inside. Okay, the inside is just as bad. That may be why the baby was going to be removed. Now, got a question. Got a question. Can they remove a child in Canada if, like, your house is dirty? Like, they can remove kids here if it's unsanitary dirty, but it has to be unsanitary dirty. Like, it can hurt the health of the child. They can't do anything against you because you're poor, right? If you're poor, they can't do anything, right? And so there's a difference. There's a big difference. They can in England. People can used to live in squalor. Yeah. Yeah, there's different reasons why people's houses can be dirty. Depression, it can be health related, that's health as well. But that's generally it. They don't have mobility, or they're depressed. or some cases they don't have, all they do is literally work and sleep, or can be laziness as well. The kids may have, where was that? The kids may have walked themselves to the bus stop, though, and someone noticed they were alone and picked them up. Well, it depends on what time that bus. I don't see it. I just don't see it at all in this case. Not where they are. It's so rare to begin with. I just don't see it. Addiction, absolutely, yes, that can do it as well. Thank you so much, Brandy and Indy. Really do appreciate you, darling. Justin, love you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Miss Brandy. I love you, little poochie poos. Thank you so much for everything, Brandy, and thank you for being a member here on the Pearl channel as well, love. Hey, Lisa, thank you so much, love. Thank you so much for your support. Good to see you, Miss Lisa, and thank you for being a member as well. Really do appreciate you, my friend. Those are screenshots between Sunny. Yep, the grandmother. So she doesn't know. She's like, it's weird. She's like, someone has to know on that property, and I agree. There. Oh, Muscles. Hey, darling. Much love to everyone. Thank you so much, Muscles, for 8 months. Guys, please continue to keep Muscles in your prayers. She lost her beloved grandmother a couple days ago, and she's been going through it. So please keep her in your prayers. She's such a great member of the community. In Ontario, we have a single mother with 4 children that have been homeless for almost 4 years now. She's still going to the shelter to shelter. CES hasn't removed the kids. She isn't a good mother. Oh my God. If like you don't got a home or a place to stay, that's a problem. Right? I mean, there's a thing with being like they got to have a security of a home. You know, you may not have much, but like those kids got to have some security. God, that's bad. That's terrible. Love you, Muscles. What was that? Do they have grandparents' rights in Canada? We barely have it. It depends. I don't know about Canada though. At least she's protecting the kids. You mean the woman with the 4 kids? Gosh, it's not always someone's fault for being homeless. No, it's not. Help them out then. I see women in shelters who are amazing. They've had to leave. Absolutely. That as well too. My question is though, now some people but there to go with the other side of that rainbow, there are people for whatever reason, like you'll offer them a place or whatever, and because of certain reasons they won't go. And like in Canada, you guys have a much better social net for the poor than we have here, right? You get a lump in your breast here, and you're, selling everything you got to pay for medication, pay for the health care, all of that. So I don't know. I have grandparents' rights. I used to take in the state, make sure yes, it really varies by state here, but I don't know about Canada. That's interesting. She mentions that Daniel and his brother travel together. Daniel and his brother travel together. Where do they travel? And his brother allegedly just got a divorce, from what I understand. Oh, I'm sorry, W.J. Johnson. I'm sorry you lost your brother. It's not always greener on the other side of the fence. Just not always. Yeah. Yeah. I always say, Canadian, I always say sometimes people that thinks the grass is greener on the other side, and I say sometimes it is, but it's because it's fertilized with bullshit. That's why it's greener on the other side. They think it's greener, but you got to clean up a lot of bullshit to keep that grass green. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's not always greener. You're exactly right. He mentions 100% too, not 100% to blame. What are you? I don't know what you mean, Uber. I know a lot of poor people whose house is spotless. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some of the poorest people are the best parents. 1,000%. Um, so she does talk about the postpartum and all that. And so that's interesting. Malaya, like, I would like to know if this is, well, we need to watch Deception. He just did a video earlier. But I would like to know, is this obviously from being sad or upset because all of this is going on? Is this, for anybody that like knows Malay, is this her affect? Like, is she the type of person that doesn't make a lot of facial expressions, a lot of movements when she's talking? Right? You know, like there's the Kardashian people, right? Like, yes, totally, of course, certainly. I get you. And then there's people like me. We're, moving around. We look like a conductor almost, speaking. Is she the type? Is this how her affect normally is? Right? Is this her demeanor and her affect? Is this who she is whenever she doesn't? Yeah, I mean, perhaps. No one is blaming people in Nova Scotia for being homeless. Even working people are living out of tents. There's not enough housing. Yeah, absolutely. Just in no way could a grieving mother show that much restraint. I don't know.
I want them
See it again.
home. I want to hold them. And I want them home. What happened was,
To me, she seems like a sweet girl. I've always said that. I think she seems like a sweet person. But again, sweet people go through hard things and sometimes can make
we
poor
woke
decisions.
up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep. And they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them. And they happen to just get out that sliding door, and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And
I agree, Eileen.
the next
I would
thing we
love to
knew,
talk to her.
like it was quiet, and we get up, and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, "Do you hear the kids?" And he says, "No." And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking
Justin.
everywhere, yelling for them. And I instantly just call 911. It's just,
See, that's what I have. This is what I have a problem with right here. She says she instantly calls 911. But at 8 o'clock, that's the last time they hear them, or the kids. 20 minutes later, they both jump up. Daniel goes to his car and all that. That's not instantly. And her family is blaming Daniel. whenever they're both stating almost the same thing, different variations, but the time frame is still the same. Justin, I was on antidepressants and I felt like that I couldn't excitement, or anything like that. So if that's right, like if someone's demeanor and affect changes after their medication, like they don't feel anything or whatever, then that wouldn't be normal for her. Now, she's not in a normal situation right now, but is she normally more an animated person? I guess. How do they know that they heard the kids? And if Daniel heard them open the door and they're not allowed outside, why didn't he get up or wake up the mother? He says in one of the interviews that he got up after he heard the door. In the other two interviews, he says he doesn't hear the door. Right. Yes, it is Rainbow. Yeah. There was a video of Mom Daniel and the 3 children on Thursday. Yeah, I think we might have played that. I don't know. I think we did. I'm pretty sure we did. Okay. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Okay, that's different. Okay, here we go. Credit goes to the DD. And we're going to watch this. God, I love Deception Detective. Guys, make sure you sub up to the Deception Detective. Link will be provided for the replay crew. Go over there, watch his videos, give him a big thumbs up, become a member if you can, and maybe leave a comment. He would love that for you to join the conversation over there. Let's get it started. Here we go.
We believe our private investigator. We believe that.
So this is Jason. This is little Dylan's father. It's a little low.
There's certain parts of her story that don't make sense. For now, I really hope she's out putting up posters and considering that she's responsible. Prove to the world or prove to us that you even care. You're a ghost. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's the biological father at the center of a suspicious Canadian missing child case. Except it's not Lilly and Jack Sullivan, the one I've been analyzing almost every day since they disappeared. It's actually a different one with eerily similar circumstances, from the kid's age to the place they disappeared from, to even the day of the year that they disappeared. The only difference is, from the little I've seen of this dad, I already have lots of reasons to think that he's innocent. So in today's video, we're going to continue watching a documentary about this case to see what lessons we can learn and apply to our analysis of Lilly and Jack by way of comparison and contrast. I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes lies and manipulation, so if that's your thing, hit subscribe. For exclusives, early access, and other cool perks, consider becoming a channel member. Link in description. If you're not familiar with the disappearance of Dylan Ehler, or you missed my last video where we watched the first few minutes of this documentary, don't worry, because we actually left off right after they gave a really good recap of the case. So that's where I'm going to start us off. And then, just like last time, I have not watched further in this documentary, so we'll all be in the same boat reacting to the rest of it for the first time together as we watch on. All right, without further ado, let's watch.
Dylan was at his grandmother's residence on Queen Street playing outside. His grandmother became briefly distracted and turned around for a moment. And when she turned back, Dylan was no longer in the yard.
Now,
So
remember,
many what ifs, would have.
at the beginning of this stream, there's been some breaking news about Dylan's case. And Dylan's father, who we just saw there, just said a little bit ago, I showed you that police were out. I showed you the video, and that they allegedly found something that most likely could be Dylan's, like 150 yards from where Dylan was allegedly last seen with his grandma, which is right here. Oh my God, Muscles, honey, you don't have to. Thank you so much, Muscles. Thank you, honey. That's so generous of you. My God. Thank you so much. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, give our Muscles a big, big thank you. I love you, Muscles. You are so good, honey. Thank you so very, very much. You get a laugh. Watch this.
Get up off me. I said that's enough. Let my goddamn titty go. You act like you starving, Monquito. Now I said that's enough. You want to bite me? Huh? Okay. That's how I feel. Now get up off me. Got these people recording me act like I don't feed your ass. And look at your damn daddy just sitting there. You need to come get your damn daughter. She get this shit from you. Now let my damn titty go. You didn't eat. Let it go. Because at this rate, I'm not gonna care if Monkey Protective Services come get your ass. Now let them go. You didn't eat and you acting like you starving. Okay, we won't listen. Who is that? Oh, I thought I heard something. Now get your... Okay, let me just turn my ass around. Now, didn't I tell you to let my shit go? Now, I'm not about to keep playing with you in front of these people. I'm trying... Okay. Let me see who looking. Okay, hey.
Put a 1 in the chat if that was your mom growing up, or your whoever took care of you. That was certainly the way I was raised. We are so different with our kids nowadays. But I know, like, I don't care if Monkey Protective Services come get you. Look at your dad over there sitting. Sorry, I cry over that. That thing makes me so funny. It's so funny. I hope that made you laugh, Muscles.
Shoulda, couldas, like.
Thank you so much again.
And that'll probably be with me the rest of my life.
Dorothy Parsons is Ashley's mother, Dylan's grandma.
On that last day when you were with Dylan, what was he like?
He was a very happy little boy that day. Very happy.
Good to see you, Black Skies.
And I'll never forget that little smile. I'd do anything to get that time back. Anything.
Thank you, Sugar.
This is the last place where Dylan was seen.
Can you walk me through what happened on the day Dylan disappeared?
I decided to bring him outside to play. So we
Watch this,
come
guys.
over to here.
This is what she says
And I
happened.
just kind of get the dog, and I got her chain. And then after I got her hooked up, I turned around and he's nowhere.
Now, things can happen quickly, right? Things can happen quickly. But there went my damn camera again. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Sorry, I had to reset my camera. Things can happen quickly, but I don't think... I just don't believe this story. I don't.
The police...
I wonder if she's ever taken a lie detector test.
Immediately...
I know her daughter allegedly still doesn't talk to her.
Focused on a brook behind her neighbor's backyard. Search and rescue crews battled high waters and raging currents before making a discovery that evening. Dylan's rubber boots.
One was found in the brook, in Leper Brook, probably closer to.
Okay, I want to make this very clear because this is something Jason, the father of Dylan, has told me personally, that he does not. He says those boots are not Dylan's. They are not.
To the property that the family owns, and then one was found further down the brook.
When the chief came in, he had a picture of boots on his phone, and when I seen them, I knew that they were his, and that was it. I started bawling and knew that they were Dylan's boots.
As I said in my last video, the grandma's story concerns me, not just because she was switching back and forth between past and present tense, which is usually the sign that someone's making up a lie on the spot, or they're reconstructing a fabricated story in their head. It's also because of how implausible the story is, right? If she turned around for a split second, did the 3-year-old toddler really have time to sprint into the water without making a noise? And how vague the story is. What exactly was she doing with the dog? Where exactly was Dylan standing? It's very nebulous the way that fake
No,
stories
there was
typically
no time.
are. And that's why I played that
Not
video of
that
Dylan's
quick.
dad in the intro. Because
Not
the
that
person
quick.
it was addressed to was the grandma, his mother-in-law, the last person to see him alive. So the fact that he's publicly suspicious of her is a great sign that he's innocent. As I often say on the channel, parents of missing children, if they have no idea what happened to their kid, are willing to blame anyone, even close relatives, if they don't have an alibi. And especially if they
Yep,
were the last person to see
absolutely.
the kid alive and their story sounds like a lie. And this has been one of my biggest problems with Lily and Jack's mother and her boyfriend since the beginning,
Yep,
almost ever since the day they
it's been 5 years now, Rainbow. That's crazy. It's been that long.
disappeared. As I said in my last video analyzing Daniel, he's actually doing a lot of the things on my missing child presser checklist correctly. For instance, in this interview, he's allowing for multiple possibilities. Maybe the kids wandered off, or maybe they were abducted, but he's not allowing for every possibility. And when I mean he's not suspicious of the mother. And when I said that, I got lots of comments, I'm assuming from you subscribers saying, hey, DD, do you really expect these two parents to start suspecting each other?
Oh, okay. Never mind. I see what this
Or bashing each other on TV? And my answer is yes, that's what innocent people do because
Well, I don't know. I mean, I understand what he's saying, but they weren't allegedly there either, right?
because all options
It
are
was
on the
just
table
grandma
until
and
proven
the
otherwise,
her
even suspecting your
boyfriend.
spouse. And it's not at all unique. We see it all the time on the channel. For example, with Gannon Stouch's mother, Kyron Harmon's mother, or Sebastian Rogers' father. Now, sadly, we can add Dylan Ehler's father to that list of parents who are so desperate for answers that they'll turn on anyone. And thank you to channel member Asacia Rose for sending me the link to that video of Dylan's dad. I didn't even know he had a YouTube channel, and it's the epitome of a grieving father if you go check it out. One last comment before we keep watching, and it's about those boots that they found. To me, at least, they seem just a little bit too convenient. The way the prop master in a movie might set little breadcrumbs so that the audience knows what happened to a character who disappeared off screen. Maybe Dylan took
Welcome,
off his boots
Jennifer.
and scattered
Welcome.
them before he fell into the water, or maybe the water whooshed so quickly that it tore off his boots but left all his other clothing on. Either way, it's something we need to consider as we listen on to this grandmother, because if she is hoaxing, she's doing it the way that I think the Ramseys do it, where she actually includes little props to sell the hoax to us. All right, let's keep watching.
Was it like this when Dylan went missing?
No, it was nothing like this.
The grass is much higher, the water much lower than it was the day Dylan disappeared.
Oh, so the creek is right here.
Yeah, the creek's right here, the brook, Leopard's Brook.
Jason leads us to the exact spot where the boots were found.
So one boot was found here. Where was the other one found in relation to where we are now?
The other one was actually maybe 500 meters down the brook, and it was immersed underwater also, but it never made it to the river.
So this feeds into Salmon River?
Yes, correct.
And then what happens with Salmon River?
Salmon River feeds into the Bay of Fundy and then into the Atlantic.
Oh, he just did it.
The police
he just
were
put
working
something
on a
out. We'll
theory
watch
early
it after this, right
that
after this.
Dylan bolted from his
Really good.
grandmother's house towards this brook,
Look at this, guys.
that his body was swept down to the Salmon River
I don't think
and
that
out to the Bay of Fundy. A mannequin the same weight and height as Dylan was used to see if it was
listen.
possible for a boy his size to be pulled down the creek and out to sea. But by then, the water levels had dropped significantly, and the mannequin didn't float freely without getting caught in debris.
They tried it, must have been half a dozen times.
What does that tell you?
Tells me the brook didn't have enough power to push out some boots, but it pushed a 32-pound child out. Nothing makes sense. The science doesn't even make sense to it.
The official search lasted 6 days
They don't agree with grandma. Parents don't agree with grandma.
before being
Even her
called
daughter.
off.
My dreams are horrible. My dreams are nightmares. Every dream I have, I'm searching and I find them, but I can't get to it.
Bless his heart. Bless their heart.
I just see him from behind. So I just never get to him. It's like day one, all I want to do is pick him up, take him to my house.
The mystery of what happened to Dylan has consumed his parents and the small town of Truro, population 12,000. In the early days, the community rallied around Jason and Ashley, leaving boots out on their front porches, creating a memorial with Dylan's favorite toys
Yes,
and
Lolo,
blankets,
yep.
volunteering for searches.
Absolutely.
This is Ashley 1 week after her son disappeared.
We didn't expect people to reach out like they have been. It's a small comfort that people are out there helping and, want to bring them home as much as we do.
Two things jumped out to me here about the Canadian investigation process. First, those dummies that they floated down the river. I don't put too much stock into that. If you've seen my videos about Nicola Bulley in the UK, you'll know just how hard water currents are to predict. And they even admitted themselves the conditions
I
are
agree,
never
Jennifer.
exactly the
No
same.
way.
Probably the
No
best
way.
point that anyone made about that was Dylan's dad when he pointed out how curious it was that the water was strong enough to pull Dylan out to sea, but not his cheap rubber booties. But the main thing that jumped out to me about the investigation process was that they ended the search after just 6 days, because that's something we've seen in the Lilly and Jack Sullivan case too. The RCMP did a brief, large-scale search, and then they paused it. And now, as of the time of recording, they've resumed it. And in the video I made commentating about that, I said that it could be a ploy by the RCMP to get new leads. Here's how I put it in that video, and it could be what happened in this case when the RCMP paused their search for Dylan. The search was paused and then resumed, because that could have been a ploy by the Major Crimes Unit to see how the parents would react. Did they plead for the searchers to remain there and continue
Jojo.
looking the way we'd expect an innocent?
You're absolutely right. That was what is weird is Daniel said the kids never closed the sliding glass door. And when he went in the other room, they were gone and the slider was closed. But in another article in the beginning, they say in the article that Daniel says he heard the kids go out. I showed it here the other day. I can pull it up. And then in another one, they say that Lily poked her head in a few times. I want, like, what was she saying? What did Lily want if this indeed happened, right? Like, there's usually a parent would normally say Lily kept coming in the room. She wanted breakfast, or she wanted to watch your favorite cartoon, or she wanted to play, on a toy or whatever. But they don't give anything. They just say she poked her head in a room. Another way, they say that she came in the room several times and they didn't want her to wake Meadow up. Right? And then she went out, and then Daniel says, I could hear her in the other room and I could hear Jack in the kitchen. And then a few minutes later, we didn't hear anything and we both jumped up. He says he went to the kitchen, nothing there. He went to the bedroom, nothing there. He looked outside, nothing there. And then he jumped in his car, which is rather odd, in my opinion, to just jump in your car because they're 4 and 6. They don't get ahead that quick, especially where they live.
Parent to do? Or did they simply
That's
shrug
a
their
little
shoulders and
concerning
not
for me.
protest too much? Or worse, celebrate the way that Darlie Rautier did when she thought that she'd gotten away with it? So that could be what's going on here with the RCMP. They were waiting for some sort of bizarre behavior
Yeah, I got to end
from
it.
either of the parents when they thought the search was over.
I'm
But
going
they could
to
have also
delay
been
it a
watching
little
the
bit.
parents to
Next
see if they
slide.
did anything that provided new leads to them, like driving to a remote location all of a sudden now that they thought no one was watching them, or resuming communication with each other after they made a big hoopla about not doing that anymore, and potentially saying something incriminating or suspicious, like syncing up their stories or expressing how happy they are that they got away with it, or anything else. But we'll probably have to wait a long time to find out if my hunch about that development being a ploy is correct, because the Canadian police are so tight-lipped. It turns out we might not have to wait as long as I thought in that video, because now we can see if they resumed this search with Dylan, which suggests that that really is a tactic that they're using. Let's keep watching.
We didn't expect people to reach out like they have been. It's a small comfort that people are out there helping and, want to bring them home as much as we do.
The days and weeks.
Yeah, Gam. A lot of people talk about that birthday video. To me, it wasn't concerning the way Daniel looked. To me, he would just seem like a guy, and that is my okay. It's not frozen again. He just seemed to me like he was just a guy, and the kid screaming, and it's a birthday party, and you're just kind of like, ha 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 ha. It wasn't to me. It wasn't nothing, but to a lot of people, it was that they said the way he looked. I don't think it was anything, in my opinion. Yes, she is Canadian. Mama Bear, that's so sweet. Thank you for that.
Weeks dragged on without any signs, any clues beyond those rubber boots. 1 month after the disappearance, Jason and Ashley announced a crowd-funded $10,000 reward in the event that Dylan had been abducted.
Please bring him home because I need him.
We miss him.
He's everything.
But soon after, the tide of support for Ashley and Jason whiplashed
Oh my God, you burned your hot pocket.
from sympathy
Listen, I burned my hot pocket in 1976. Okay?
to suspicion.
There are people that were saying that, we must have sat up all night and rehearsed what we were going to say. And, they just think that I should be crying more. And then when we do cry, it's crocodile tears.
Public scrutiny intensified after word got out that all was not right in the Elher home. That 4 days before Dylan vanished, police had been called.
3 things. First, and most importantly, this search doesn't seem to have resumed, whereas the Lilly and Jack Sullivan search resumed after that brief pause, which leaves my theory about it being an RCMP tactic to get leads in limbo still. I can't tell. But my other 2 points relate to how people
Yes, it's been 84 years.
can go so wrong in these sorts of cases, including the police if they've been taught to analyze body language, analyzing whether or not someone's crying enough or how much they're blinking or if they're moving.
Are you okay? They still sell Hot Pockets? Hot Pockets will always live in the processed, frozen food aisle. Thank you very much. You can buy them at Sam's Club in bulk. Not that I know.
Moving or not does not help you determine whether or not they're lying. In fact, there's plenty of research, which I posted in the DD forum, showing that the more you know about body language analysis,
I don't know if he just started using DD or not, but I just started calling him DD. I don't know if he started that because I started saying DD or if he always called himself DD. But I don't know, but I like it. I like it a lot, DD.
And the more you pay attention to it, the worse you become at detecting lies. So that's why I never commentate about whether or not someone's crying enough. It's too subjective and totally irrelevant. Finally, the use of heuristics like whether or not someone has a criminal record or if they told a lie in the past can take you down wrong paths as well. If you want to continue analyzing this documentary, let me know by liking, commenting, and sharing. Check the end card for my playlist and for part 1. Until next time, stay true.
Always, DD. Let's give it up for the Deception Detective. We love him. I want to show you guys now. Dylan's dad just put this out less than an hour ago. I want to show you guys this. Very important because he's always doing something for his son. I don't know if I can play the music or not, so I might. Let's get to the search. Here we go.
Brooke is just over here.
He is always.
Never give up. Never give up on the ones you love. Let's bring Dylan home.
I mean, so many people still help him still today. It's amazing. I thought he talked in this. Yes, they're filming. Okay, watch this. Here we go. This is where they found something. They found something here. Look at this. Watch this. And hopefully it's something. I pray to God that it's something. This was yesterday. The boots and Jill, yeah, that's what I said earlier. Dylan's father, Jason, he has said that those boots are not indeed Dylan's, not. But they did find like a jacket or something of that, and hopefully that how could Dylan's clothing be missed and after all this time suddenly? Well, it was under like dirt and stuff like that. So people miss humans all the time, let alone, you know, a, a coat that is camouflage. Um, it can happen. Hopefully it's something because it needs solved for sure, for sure. No, they didn't, Lolo. No. No. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you. You all are amazing. I will be back in just a few minutes. If you want to join me, we are going to be talking about Jonathan Hung, who is a young man, but he's autistic. He lives with his parents from Washington State. Very interesting case. Lots of new things we're learning in that case. So if you want to join me for that, I'll be live again in just a few minutes. Would love to have you. It's going to be a great conversation. So hopefully you guys can join us. You guys are amazing. Take good care of yourselves. Take care of the ones you love. Life is so incredibly short. Whether you live 100 years or more, it's short. We only get so many trips around the sun. Oh, really, Michelle? Really? That's really good to know. Oh, thank you, Angel. Wait, she says, today is SL and Nurse Sandy's birthday. Can you sing us? Of course. Me. Yes, I'll sing, of course. Absolutely. For those of you new, I sound like a cat mating on a hot tin roof, but I do sing my rendition of Happy Birthday, Mr. President, that Marilyn Monroe sang to John F. Fitzgerald Kennedy so many years ago. Happy Birthday, Mr. President, kind of that version. To you guys when it's on your birthdays. Why didn't I see it's SL's and Nurse Sandy's birthday? Why didn't I see that? Hold on, let me get a little drink here. All right. Happy birthday, SL and Nurse Sandy. From all of us pearls here, the world is your oyster. It's up for you to find the pearls. And guess what? You found them, baby. We're right here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear SL and Nurse Sandy. Happy birthday to you. I make an idiot out of myself so I can make you guys hear me sing happy birthday to you, pearls. That's how much I love you guys. All right, my darlings. I'll see you guys here in just a few moments. Oh, beautiful. I'm not an idiot. Thank you. I kind of am, though. It's okay, though. All right, guys. I'll see you guys here in just a few minutes. I love you all. Happy birthday, SL. Nurse Sandy. It was just Malikat's birthday, too. Shaz, I need a late. Oh, no problem. No problem. I am on it like right freaking now. Shazza 6666 and Z. Or well, that's the money. Hold on, let me do it again. Shazza to the office, please. Shazza to the office, please. We need a late slip for Shazza. Y'all get your tissues for Jonathan's story. It's really sad. Yeah. It is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, sped teacher. You got her. And listen, sped teacher, she's a real teacher. She will office right now. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Justin said goodbye. It's too late for a late slip. Hey, Angel. Hey. It's never too late for a late slip. If I'm live, it's never too late. Messages from Daniel saying he is innocent and loves the mother. So wrong to be saying this. Ukulele. Thank you, down chat. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Love you all.